think I'm starting a series, and I think it's gonna be called Finding Midwest. My name is Daniela. I run Growing Uprooted and Herbal Apothecary and Nature School in Redwood, California. For many years, we have been planning ahead to moving to the Midwest, where we will be closer to family. Both my husband and I have lived like 20 years almost away from family, and it feels like our parents are wonderful and aging, but still very much here, and we want to enjoy them and be able to support them before it's too late. So we've built lots of community here and have so much love, so much support, and it feels really hard to leave that behind. And our 12-year-old really does not want to move. It's not a good time for a person to be uprooted from their friends when their friends are their life. And that has also been really tricky. And so we still have, there's a lot that is uncertain still. We don't know when exactly we're moving and where exactly we're going. But the Midwest is where our family is. My family's in Colombia, so the plan is that we spend a lot of the time in the Midwest and we winter out in Colombia, where it's much warmer, because I really don't think I want to do, like, this winter here in California in our little mountain town is lovely, but it rarely goes past, I don't know, 20, 30 degrees. The Midwest, you get minus, and that seems really hard, and winters are longer too. So that's the plan. It's a really beautiful plan. I'm really excited to own land in Wisconsin and to grow with that land, to plant roots, to grow a garden, to plant trees, and to know that that is the land that we get to keep forever. Our land here, we've always known is temporary. And because of the situation with fires in California, we are always reminded of how temporary this is. As part of this plan to find Midwest, we are going to Maggie. Are you eating my baskets? Maggie is 4 months, getting close to 5, but she's really chewing on everything. I want to show you my working space here because everything might change soon. And so I want to have this for myself, so I remember what everything looked like and what life was like. And I want to share it with you before it's gone. So to start, this little shop is called Village Roots Collective. I started it because my herbal business was growing and it didn't really fit in the house and I needed another space. And I initially thought I was going to be renting storage space, but I found this space and it wasn't very expensive. Real estate in our little town is not commercial real estate for rent is not very expensive because it's a very sleepy town. And so then when I found this space, I really thought that I could do so much more with it. Like, I could have a little retail store and I could have a community space to host workshops and to host my entrepreneur women's group and to host classes for kids. And I could have a lab, a place to work with my herbs and experiment and pack orders, a shipping station, and, you know, just be able to do that and have my kids at the table working and just be able to do so much in here. And so that's how this was born, Village Roots was born. So of course, one of my favorite parts of the space is the store, because I really get to showcase my products and the community comes and they know that whenever they need some more immunity tea because their family is getting sick, they can just find it here. But it's been also a really great way for me to create content and have my products beautifully displayed to make reels and take photos and whatever I want to do. I would say my best seller is this package where you get a 60-ounce glass teapot. It comes with a built-in strainer. It's heat resistant. You can even put it on the stove. And then whatever blend you want and the scoop that is the amount of herbs you want for your teapot. This set is an invitation for you to replace just drinking water every day with the benefit of herbal infusion. So this is 60 ounces. This is about the amount of water you should drink every day. If you drink it all, you're not just staying hydrated, but you're also bringing in vitamins, minerals, enzymes, and all of the goodness, support from medicinal herbs daily into your body. Here in the shop, we also have a few offerings. These are bracelets from Colombia, and these are bracelets from my friend Cecilia in San Diego. White sage, incense, candles made by a homeschooling mom in my community. This is skincare from Cream and Sugar. Reiko is my shop partner here, and she makes really amazing skincare, especially for this dry weather here in Brightwood. All the locals love it, and it's the skincare I use. It's anti-aging. It's really wonderful. And so we share this shop as a way to offer our products to our community. Candles, perfumes, chocolate, of course. This is our new favorite. It tastes so good, Milk Boy. Here I'm on the other side of the front of the shop. So that side is the shop, the retail shop, and this is like the community space. The whole space is, I don't think it's more than 700 square feet, so it's really small. But here we host, on Tuesdays, we host Spanish classes for kids. The first Wednesday of the month, we host an entrepreneur women's group. Sometimes we host book club. My friend Mark hosts a book club for men once a week here. It's a really lovely space for my girls to sit down. Like you can see, they were sitting here before. They just went to an art class across the street. That's why I have time to record this video by myself. But they were just here doing school, so it just really allows me to work and pack orders and have the girls, because I homeschool, so they're with me all the time during the week, and this allows me to get a little bit done on the projects that are for myself while I'm also raising and taking care of them. Hi Maggie. My puppies like to be with me, and I don't bring them when I'm making product, but when I am just gonna be here with the girls and I don't expect a lot of customers, I bring them with me. Okay, so then we go up. Sometimes when we have a lot of people at the shop, I'll put this here. So then people know that that area back there is more private. It's not for them. And so when you first go up here, this is my lab. I'll show you a little bit more about it. Then on this section, there's a little bar area. My husband comes sometimes and he sits there with his computer. I have a bunch of herbs for products I'm working on. I'm making golden milk with all of this amazing turmeric, and I'm testing spring blend with these herbs here. After going up the stairs to the right is storage. I told you that I had chosen, I had originally looked for a space because I needed extra storage for my business. And when I found this and I fell in love, and I had this vision of having a shop and a community space and everything, the storage ended up being just this little corner. So this is all of the storage I have, and Reiko uses most of this shelf. And then here is a lot of my inventory, all the products that I already have made. And then back there it's a little excess, but it's not a lot of storage. So I actually ended up having to take over a lot of my garage at home because my product business takes up a lot of space. Like, you know, I have a lot of glass jars to make bath salts, and I have a lot of like big paper canisters to fill up with tea, and all of that comes in like big boxes that I have to put somewhere. So I didn't end up solving my storage issue, but I did end up creating such a beautiful space for myself and our community. So no regrets, but I'm kind of in the same place a year after opening the shop where I'm thinking that I need space for storage. So I'll show you a little more here. These are products from Cream and Sugar Skincare. These are mine. This is what I have left of the menthol rub, matcha, organic matcha powder. These are the wooden scoops. These are beautiful little brass strainers that go great with my loose leaf herbal tea. Salt, my tea. This is, so everything that is here is what I have ready to sell. These are the glass teapots that I also sell online. So lots of boxes, not a lot of space. Now when we go this way, these are extra chairs for our community events. And this is our bathroom, which is actually really lovely. It's very bright. When I got the space a year ago, it had a really ugly old giant mirror that we removed and replaced with this really cute one and with some frames. And I don't know, I really love this bathroom. It's so bright. I should make more videos in this bathroom. It's so good. Okay, so moving into my lab, this is where I play with herbs and try new things and experiment. I'm working on aromatherapy candles, and this is where I make them, and this is where I make my salts and my salves and my lip balm. To make the tea, because it's a food product, I have to do it at a commercial kitchen, which is just a couple blocks away. I didn't want to deal with permitting this space for a commercial kitchen, but I think that as we think of moving to the Midwest, I'm thinking of having acres, more land. It would be amazing if we found a property that already has a barn built, because I really see the next iteration of this being a barn, and I think it would be in our land, so I don't have to go away to work. I can just work like in my own property. I would love to get up in the morning and make my chai tea like I do every morning, and then walk to the barn and pack whatever orders I have to pack. That feels like a really nice morning routine, and I'm not doing that because this is, you know, I have to drive here from, which is really, it's like 5 minutes from my house driving, so it's not bad. But I'm envisioning a barn that has a front space that's still a bit of a showroom. I probably wouldn't have all these products because I'm not gonna have people walking by in my house. But like a place to show my herbs and make videos, and a big table for community events, hopefully bigger than this one, where I can continue to host entrepreneur women's group, and when we can do workshops, and I can offer homeschooling classes for kids like related to gardening and herbalism. Here I run a nature school in my garden. I've been doing that for 4 years, and it's beautiful. I don't know if I'm gonna do exactly the same in Wisconsin, maybe not, but I really want to build community for my children too. I'm thinking maybe running an entrepreneur group for kids and have it involve gardening and herbalism and other things would be really fun. For now, I don't know. But what I do know is that I really want to get a commercial kitchen. So like actually build out everything that I need and have it permitted so I can make all of my tea. So that's the plan, like a bigger space. I'm thinking a barn because I really need a warehouse space. Like I need space for boxes. So the whole back of the barn, I imagine it being a big warehouse. And then the middle would be like my commercial kitchen and my shipping station. I'll show you my shipping station here in a moment. Bathroom. And then the front would be kind of like the community space and the showroom for my herbs. It's pretty much for show, for look. It's not a good idea to display herbs in transparent containers out in the sun, because they lose their potency much faster. They're airtight, so they're not getting air, which is also a way to degrade herbs faster, but they are getting a lot of sunshine. So these herbs, some of them I use pretty quickly, some of them I use to experiment just for myself, but for the most part, the herbs that I actually use to make tea and stuff come in big boxes in bulk, and I make the tea and I pack it and it gets stored. I'm not really using these herbs, but it looks pretty and it's a great backdrop to make videos. It is really fun and I like it. It was pretty decoration. I'll show you the other side of the kitchen now. Turning around, there's a lot of windows, so I hope you see me well. I'm not just a silhouette of myself. Sink, dehydrator, for example, for beauty blend, the tea blend that's really good for collagen production. I add apples to it, so I buy them organic, dehydrate them, and use them in my tea. This beauty is to melt wax for candles. That's something I've been working on. I'm having a lot of fun, but I'm still learning and figuring out the right way to do it, mostly because I'm using only clean wax and essential oils. I don't want to use any fragrances. And so there's a lot of science in temperatures and pour times and stuff, so you don't burn the essential oils. And here is my shipping station, which a year ago when I moved into here, it was a huge upgrade from working on my guest room and putting all my orders in the bed and trying to pack everything and keep things organized. So this has been amazing. Like, one of my favorite things is this scale. It's like a real scale. I was working with this little kitchen scale before to weigh my packages. Like my really amazing 300 DPI label printer where I can also print the receipt, so I don't need a bigger printer. My printed, branded packaging tape I love, and this dispenser is really wonderful. And here I have all of the labels for the products that need a label. So for example, this is for soothing soap, my bath salts, and this is for flower sprinkles, which is like dry edible flowers that you can use in cooking. Yeah, so here I have all my labels. So usually if I pack something, I bring it here and I label it. And then I have all of my boxes on this side. And another part I love is this big roll of craft paper that I can use to wrap things really easily, and I think it's so pretty. Okay, so that was a tour of the space. It's a small space, but I love it so much, and I built it all by myself with the help of my handyman. I learned so much here. I only opened it a year ago. I feel like my lips have been dry the whole time. I need to find lip balm. I couldn't find one, so I'm taking a new one from my inventory. The most fun part of running a product business with products that I love and use all the time is that I always find them around. I don't have to buy them. Why do we do this to ourselves sometimes? Have this need that is like bugging us, and then we don't just pause and go take care of it. And instead, we just keep going through life uncomfortable, you know? Like, I think sometimes I'm working and I need to pee. It's like, just stop, go pee and come back. It'll be so much easier if you just take care of yourself first. So much better. This lip balm, I made it because I couldn't find one that I really like. It's like thick, it stays, it's buttery. It doesn't feel thin. And this one like really moisturizes and heals the skin. It has calendula in it. Calendula is such a beautiful plant for the skin. What was I saying? Oh, it seems a little sad to think that I opened this a year ago, and now we're making plans to leave, and now I almost feel like I'm betraying this space by making plans of what I'll do at the barn, or this big barn plan I have. I don't know what that's gonna end up being. That's just the plan I have, but how fun would it be? But This year with, I don't know if you know, I don't know what part of the world you are watching this, but there were some really intense fires in California, and it really is getting worse. And I don't want to sound negative. I know a lot of the people I love live in California, but we were evacuated in like September, and the first night we went to bed really thinking that our house was gonna burn because the fire was behind our house, and thankfully it didn't, and most of the town was safe. There were a few houses that burned, unfortunately, but most of the town was safe. But that was really scary, and it was such a profound experience going to bed surrendering to the house being burned the next day. And then we were in Colombia for the winter, and this January there was that big fire that I'm sure you've heard about. It's historic. Like all of Pacific Palisades near Santa Monica by the beach burned pretty much to the ground, almost the entire city. And same for Altadena, Pasadena area, like North Pasadena, Altadena, a lot of it burned. And it was really dramatic and really traumatic. And we were just watching, and I think that was the moment where all of the things connected. At the same time, we got really sick in Colombia, and my dad ended up in the ER because he couldn't breathe. It was really beautiful for me to be there at a time when they needed me. My dad never goes to the hospital. So I ended up driving my dad and my mom at like 11 p.m. on New Year's Eve to take him to the hospital. And it felt really great to be there, to support them. You know, my mom doesn't like driving at night. It really got me thinking that I would like to be closer, because I really haven't been for almost 2 decades. And the fires happened, and we were like, and that just really felt like a push to like rip the band-aid. It's never gonna be easy to leave here. It is not feeling easy right now at all. But it really felt like a call to start making those moves and really prioritize our parents before it's too late. I don't know if you can tell, but it feels really heavy. I don't know. There's still so much that is uncertain. I would love to hear from people who uprooted their families with young kids to go somewhere else because it felt like the right move, even though your entire community was telling you not to go. So if that happened to you, I would love to hear your story and how you managed it. Anyway, that's where we're at, and I wanted to show you this place before I'm not here anymore, and really wanting to share more of this transition and how and where we end up and what we do where we end up. So this is the first video of what I hope will be many in the future. Thank you for watching.